Wise lines. Invest in yourself because it pays the best interest. Pranam friends, it's such a worthy deed to serve Jain sadhus and sadhvijis. The punya we accumulate is par excellence. When our heart brim with immense joy and respect while endowing them with food, medication or any such needy things they require in their life of sainthood, we should consider this as our great fortune, with such occasion to serve them. Not only does it break our pap karmas, but also creates an exceptional opportunity to gravitate our souls towards Tirthankar Nam Karma as well. Today, we shall talk about one such Shravika. By gratified ways to serve her Prabhu, she finds herself so fortunate and to be able to be of great help to her Prabhu that her heart echoed in jubilance. When Bhagwan Mahavir selected her as a worthy Shravika to go to when in need, she is none other than the great Revati Shravika. Jain Dharma has always shown sheer admiration to women. They have occupied an important place in the history of Jainism. Revati Shravika is one such inspiring name to emulate. Her character is that of selflessness. Her efforts, generous acts and flawless soul, enriching thoughts led her Atma to gain highest form of the birth and entitled her to become the 17th Tirthankar Bhagwan of the next Chauvisi, just like any other return gift. Revati's Atma is blessed to such heights of Jinshashan, and all of this punya she claimed through just one small act of endowment with extreme devotion. Dear friends, this story goes back many years when Prabhu Mahavir lived and preached. He would travel from one place to another preaching religion to people. The Lord had already attained the highest knowledge by then. It means the infinite knowledge of three loks at the same time, consisting of past, present and future. Once, Bhagwan Mahavir arrived in Sakostakpa in the outskirts of a village called Mending in Shravasti. Goshalak resided there. He once was Prabhu's disciple and eventually had become Prabhu's harsh rival. Not able to withstand Prabhu's widespread popularity, filled with jealousy and hatredness, the evil Goshalak wanted to kill Bhagwan Mahavir. With intense fury and rage in his heart for Prabhu, upon knowing of Bhagwan's entry in his village, the awful human sets forth to accomplish a monstrous crime. Goshalak had learned and mastered miraculous power from Prabhu himself. But today, he decided to use the same vidya called Tejolesha, which means an oppressive beam of fire, on his guru, Bhagwan Mahavir. Tejolesha is like today's atom bomb, whose intensified heat destroys all surviving life on a huge scale. It proves collateral damage to life and property, leaves us to imagine what would have happened to our beloved Bhagwan. The malicious Goshalak approached Bhagwan Mahavir. In one whiff of mantra and action, he directed Tejolesha towards Prabhu to set him on fire and burn him to death. People around Bhagwan witnessed all this in total aghast. But as goes the saying, as you sow, so shall you reap. Prabhu was a Kevali, the master of all the powers, untouched and unaffected by any such obstacles that came his way. As soon as Goshalak shot the fire beam, to everyone's utter surprise of all standing there, it did not even touch Prabhu. Instead, it swirled around the Lord's body and entered in Goshalak. After 7 days of severe burning within, Goshalak dies. Due to exuberant heat within his body, Prabhu suffered from bouts of dysentery that oozed blood from the bowels. Prabhu was going through intense pain, but he withstood everything patiently. His disciples Sri Gautam-swami were all grieving by Bhagwan, losing weight and looking emaciated, and yet Prabhu was indifferent to the pain. The news of Bhagwan's suffering spread far and wide. Another of his disciples, Shri C. Angar, had undertaken severe penance. He was greatly disturbed when he heard about Prabhu's plight. "Oh my Prabhu, such a disaster fell upon you. My heart bleeds in pain to hear you wroth. O Bhagwan, it tears me within to learn that your body is burning, and yet you bear it all so calmly. I wish I could do something for you. Oh my Prabhu, saying this, mournful Sri Angar wept bitterly in despair. Omniscient Bhagwan Mahavir told another disciple to go and fetch Sri Angar to him. Eyes washed in tears, the grieved soul Sri Angar instantly made his presence and stood in front of his revered Guru. With his head bowed and hands joined in obeisance, Angar couldn't meet the eyes with Bhagwan. All he did was stood there in mute and mourning condition of his Lord and feeling utterly helpless for not having any source to free Prabhu from all this pain. Hence, Bhagwan spoke, O Angar, do not worry and do not dread the worst. Nothing will happen to me and I shall live for another 15 years. Sri Angar exclaimed, My Prabhu, it is extremely painful to see your body grow so weak. Allow me to serve you to the best of my abilities. I request you to let me know its cure to remove your illness forever. Is there any remedy for it, my Prabhu? Bhagwan replied, See Angar, in Mendik village there resides a Shravika named Revati. She has prepared 2 types of energy bars, one from pumpkin and the other one from Bijora. Don't take the pumpkin energy bar, which is made for me, but take the Bijora energy bar, which is made for her purpose. That will be my ailment. Upon hearing this, Angar sets off instantly to fetch the energy bar, which was made from Bijora by Revati Shravika. Revati preserved variety of herbal medications used for disease-stricken villages. Many Sadhu Sadhiji Bhagwans were relieved from her medications. Angar met Revati and exclaimed, O Mahashravika Revati, Omniscient Prabhu Mahavir is in immense agony. He doesn't need the energy bars made from pumpkin, but needs the one that is made from Bijora, which will cure him from intense burning sensation, because of which he is oozing out blood from his bowels. Revati spoke, Oh, how pleasantly amazed and surprised that Prabhu came to know that I have made pumpkin bar for him and Bijora energy bars for us. It is 100% sure that none other than an omniscient can do this. I am truly blessed to get this opportunity to serve the Lord Himself. O Guru Sri Angar, without a second's delay, please take this Bijora energy bar and give it to Prabhu Mahavir. Once he consumes it, he shall be relieved from his pain and burns. I am so fortunate and lucky. I feel such a gush of joy of having been chosen to serve my Bhagwan. This is the finest moment of my life. With such feelings of escalating happiness, Revati serves the medication to Sri Angar. He scurried back to Bhagwan Mahavir and gave the prepared Bijora bar. Prabhu consumes it and in no time he becomes his radiant self. Upon seeing Bhagwan's progressing good health, all were finally relieved and sang praises of great Revati Shravika. Revati's act was that of high charity. Due to her generous act and pious thoughts, Revati got freed from cycle of births and deaths. She secured the status of being the 17th Tirthankar named Samadhi in the next year we see. So friends, it's a great pride to know how Revati Shravika became such an outstanding personality. She shines like a bright star even today in the history of Chinshashan. So friends, let's impart the same kind of respect, care, concern, devotion and dedication towards our Sadhu Sadhiji Bhagwans who are real superstars in this modern era, where all of us just think typically 24/7 about upgrading our outer personality and outer world. There exists someone who constantly works on improving their inner personality and inner world. Don't you think it's amazing? Where in 2021 we have become selfish according to the times, there exists someone who are absolutely selfless and rooted. So always remember guys, be the reason for someone's smile today. Because small act when multiplied by millions of people can transform the world. So don't forget to be awesome. Once again we repeat, invest in yourself because it pays the best interest. That is why Innervoice Pathshala always tells you to aspire yourself correctly and inspire the world. Why